Growing your own food in the colder months of fall and winter can be more challenging to do than that of the warmer months. However, it is not impossible to grow your own food in the colder seasons. And in fact, in areas with milder winters, you can grow herbs such as mint, cilantro, chives, and rosemary without any problem. However, there's also some less common herbs that you can grow as well. When we were in Mansfield, Missouri, I chatted with an expert gardener at the Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. Yes, they had a farm there where they operate and run, and they had some expert gardeners that we chatted with. And in this vlog, I chatted with one, and she talked about some of the less common herbs that you can grow in the fall. Stay tuned.
Greetings, friends!
Our family sold almost everything, including our house in the city, to start a farm in the country. Join us as we share with you our adventures while we discuss farming, fitness, and everything in between.
And don't forget, we live in a yurt too. We are Farm Fit.
We are here at Bakerville, and we're having an absolute blast here, just looking around and seeing the Baker Creek farm and the Baker Creek store. It is just, they have a lot of neat things going on here. It is an absolute, it's almost like a dream farm. But in case you missed it, we gave a tour. Yes, Kathy here gave us a tour of the place, and make sure you check out that video. But in this video, we're here to talk about herbs that are still going strong in October, and Jamie's going to show us some of those herbs that you can grow where you live. Hey Jamie.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, how are you?
Out.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
So I'm director of operations here, but I'm also at heart an herbalist, and that's what I do at home. And Mike asked me to talk about some herbs I would still harvest right now in October. We're kind of in the wobbly part of the year where it's hot and it's cold. Stuff that had died off because it was so hot in the summer is starting to come back to life again. And we have some awesome patches of herbs I want to show you. We've got mint, and I want to show you some Moringa and bitter melon and some Yarrow, some Tamarillo, and some comfrey. So you want to go on a tour?
Yes, let's check it out.
All right, so first up is Moringa, and I just did a video yesterday with Solomon Amuzu from Ghana, who taught me a lot about this awesome plant. So it creates these little pods that are super nutritious, lots of protein, lots of vitamins and minerals. But right now what you have are the leaves, which he said you strip in the morning, just like, well, I messed up already. So you just strip the leaves right off and you make a tea out of them. You can use them raw in salads. You can cook them, throw them in 2 to 3 minutes at the last minute in your soups or stews. A lot of vitamins, lots of minerals, and you can cut this plant and it'll just shoot right back up. His gets about 15 feet tall, and as you can see, ours aren't too shabby. Typically what he does is he shakes the tree before he harvests to try to get all the yellow leaves off, and that'll leave you a lot more of the green. I really like it, so I highly suggest using it. So this is Yarrow, Achillea millefolium, and typically you'll find this, the white colored flowers, growing wild, usually along the edge and borders in disturbed soil. This is a really strong plant. It'll grow pretty much anywhere, doesn't require any care. We happen to have a really awesome variety that has some pastel pink and some sort of hot pink colors. This is typically a wound plant, and it's said that Achilles used this in the Trojan battle for wounds. But I like to use it, I like to put it in oil that's safe for the face, like a sunflower seed oil mixed with a little bit of castor oil. And this helps kill the bacteria that causes cystic acne. So it's really good to clean your skin with this oil. Sometimes people who do cliff climbing or scaling cliffs, they'll pack some of this in their little pouches to take with them. And in case they get a deep wound, they will crush it up and then pack their wound with it until they can get down and get to the hospital to reduce the likelihood of infections. It's really super, super bitter, and it's also good as a digestive bitter. So it's called Achillea millefolium. The millefolium comes from mille, meaning many, leaves. So you can see it's a very fine-toothed, or very fine leaf. It has a super unique smell, and what's happening now is mine at home had stopped blooming, but now as the weather's cooling a little bit, the plant is invigorated. My chickens also seem to love it. So what some people like to do is harvest the really healthy looking tops, including the leaves, and chop it up and put it in alcohol for 6 weeks and make it as a tincture. This is something you want to do your own research online. There are ways to evaporate out the alcohol if you want. There are many books, many herbal books online to explain how to use this beautiful, beautiful plant. I happen to like Rosemary Gladstar's work, and so she's my go-to herbalist in book form to know how to use more about this plant. So here we are at Dwarf Tamarillo. I don't really know that you would call this an herb, but it's a super cool plant I wanted to talk to you about. It makes these delicious berries. I can't tell you what it tastes like because it's its own thing. You had one, Mike. What do you think?
I think it tastes fantastic. I can't quite describe what flavor it is as far as comparing it to anything, but it's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's doing great. It's still blooming. The pollinators still love it. Look at this guy. It's absolutely gorgeous. And with its new unique flavor and just a hint of bitterness, I would suspect it has something to do with digestion. So next up we have comfrey. People in the permaculture world know a lot about comfrey as far as a nutrient accumulator, and it produces a lot of leaf material to mulch around the base of your trees. Beautiful, beautiful flowers for the pollinators. Pollinators go insane over this plant. They get massively huge, but herbalists use this also. So some people say that you can use some of the young leaves. There's lots of controversy about that, so I'll stay away from that subject. However, it is known for mending broken bones. My sister-in-law shattered her leg in a skating accident, and I took some of the leaves, I dried them just a little bit for a couple of days so that they didn't have a lot of excessive moisture. I put it in oil for a few weeks, strained it for her to use topically to help facilitate and speed up the mending of the bone. And what we found was it also helped heal the nerve damage. She was having to take medication because the damaged nerves were so painful. And this has really, really helped that. So this plant is really good for your food forest and for home use. How do you use this plant, Mike?
We use this plant for a number of things, but one of the things I really notice is it really attracts the bumblebees. Like you said,
Yes.
It attracts the pollinators, and but we use it for other things as well. Like if I get stung by wasps, I will ball it up, let some of the juices go out, and they go away. It was really effective when I got bit by a spider. I kind of made it like a poultice with it. Same way, applied it right on the skin, and you could just see it pulling the ooze out.
Nice.
Before that, it was getting hard and leathery, but the comfrey really just took that away.
Yeah. It's a super strong plant. I found that it doesn't need any care either. It's one of those, that's the thing about working with herbs, is you put them in the ground and just let them do their thing, and they don't really need to be watered constantly or tended to in any way like the more culinary plants do.
And we have a little bonus item for you that Jamie's going to talk about.
So this is a necklace that my friend Deltron made me and gave me at the expo. It looks like beads, but this is actually Job's tears. Now I got interested in this plant because I'm gluten-free, and an author wrote about it and said it's the next beneficial little weirdo, and it's trending in gluten-free culinary uses. I know they're using it in California. I believe you just cook it like a bean. Plus it makes this gorgeous necklace. It's fun to play with. It feels really good. The other thing I like about this plant is the greenery that it produces is so beautiful that you can use it for cut flower arrangements. So you just cut it, and I tested it on my desk, and it lasted a really, really long time. It's a super sturdy, almost grass-like leaves, and it's beautiful for cut flower arrangements. And we were talking to florists who say you have plenty of flowers, but I need more greenery. So if you want greenery, this might be the plant for you.
So that's great. You get the greenery and you get to use it to eat it actually too. So it has multiple purposes. That's fantastic.
And jewelry.
And jewelry. And Jamie, if anyone wants to purchase any of these plants that you went over today, where can they go to do that?
So you can check out our website, www.rareseeds.com. We have horticulturists that can answer your questions. We have about 2,500 to 2,800 varieties depending on the year. And you can also come check us out in Mansfield, Missouri, or Petaluma, California, in our brick and mortar stores.
Great. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for watching.
Feel free to leave a comment below, even if it's just to say, hey. Also, make sure you don't miss any of our new videos. So, subscribe and sign up to receive notifications each time we release a new video. Also, you may want to check out these videos right here, and also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. See you next time.